Nobody has to be here. I usually do 20 minutes of dancing music or lately just 15 minutes of Christmas music. But nobody has to be here. It's about support, Tony. It's not about what I bring. None of this is easy. None of this. Having a channel isn't easy. All right. So, to anybody that's here, anybody listening, or anybody that cares, I finally got to speak to my sister. Um, she called me. My phone wasn't turned up yet, and she left a message. And it was, "Hi, Megan. Are you there?" Like that. Click. So I knew that didn't sound good. So I called immediately back. She didn't answer. Called again, and she answered. She's been in the ER for 2 days um, since Christmas Eve, and she's from a real small town in Missouri. Um, and I haven't been able to see her in many years. She's had cancer now. I think it's been a year and a half, her ovarian cancer. And so, anyway, I said, what's wrong? What's going on? She said, I don't know. Then she said they were checking her for sepsis. So she said she would call me last night, but she didn't. So I just figured maybe she's having a lot of tests done or something. So the very next day, thank you, Tony. The very next day, today, I called her and she had jaundice. So she had stents put in her kidneys, and there was talk that that might need to be done quite a few months ago. But she wanted to do her infusions and take her chemo pill. The cancer is back, it's on her liver, and yeah, she was doing well, like many people do well in the beginning with their cancer treatments, and then boom, there can be a spot, and then boom, it just gets bigger, and then boom, there's not as much hope at all. Apparently, she's already talked to her kids about just letting things happen with her, not fighting it anymore. Um, but she doesn't want to give up quite yet. Well, she doesn't want to give up, but she wants to see if she can handle the chemotherapy once a week and not feel too sick. So that's what she's thinking she wants to do. She hasn't talked to her oncologist yet because I asked her. And she just had the stents put in this morning. And apparently it's done through a scope. My mind is kind of all over the place. The name of the song I just played was Rapid, Unscheduled, Disassembly. What a crazy name. The group is The Gray Room. All of my music is from the YouTube studio, including the past Christmas tunes I've had, so I don't get a copyright. Um, if you can hear the kids, they're on vacation and they're out at the playground playing. And I always thought people went through kidney issues like in their 80s or maybe 70s. Not, she's 1 year younger than me. Um, 51 weeks. She's June 20, I'm June 27, but I'm a year older. So I'm 51 weeks older. And, you know, whatever she decides to do is the best for her. You know, she's suffered now for quite some time, um, feeling sick and going through what she's gone through um, with her cancer and her treatments, and feeling weak and tired and nauseous and using a walker and all these kinds of things because it's mastetized itself when she first found out to a lung. I believe it was her bladder um, and some other place. She had a spot. Now I can't remember. Uh, I didn't even tell her, you know, that I had a polyp that I had to have removed. I didn't tell her immediately after that I had endometrium tissue removed, you know, and checked, and that both of them came back negative. Thank God. Um, because it just didn't seem like, I don't know, especially dealing with female parts. It just, it didn't seem fair that I would just tell her my good news. But she didn't even know that I had these tests done. So this isn't going to be a long video. It's just to update people on what I found out and why I haven't. Well, I started majorly sneezing 2 days after Christmas, the kind where your head's stuffed up and you're sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. And then I was sneezing yesterday and some today. So apparently I've caught some kind of cold. I don't think it's the flu. Um, they say things like this show up a couple of days, 2 to 4 days after you get the bug from somewhere. And I fully believe that because I was completely fine, not sick in any way, but I forgot to wear my mask when I went into Papa Murphy's to pick up the pizzas and stuff for Christmas, the day before Christmas, and I was in my neighbor's car. Um, Previously, a good 3 weeks ago, both of his parents had COVID, but I don't believe it's that at all. I don't have a headache, I just have a stuffed up nose. I haven't had COVID yet, thank God, in all these years, and neither have my kids. Not one time because we wear masks, and we still do, especially if you're in a place in the wintertime with no open windows, right? And they didn't have anything like that open at Papa Murphy's. It was all warm, with quite a few people in there, not a very big building. And I think, too, from using my food stamp card and hitting buttons and touching that machine, I mean, you can imagine how many germs were on that machine. So, a simple cold, even when you're in your 60s, makes you feel doubly run down. It's not like you're just run down, you're doubly run down. It's very strange. And it all has to do with age. It just does. But I have no clue what this stents in kidneys really is. So I'm just going to read it here. A kidney stent or a ureteral stent is a thin, flexible tube placed in the ureter, 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 the tube from kidney to bladder, to keep it open, usually to help urine flow past blockages like kidney stones, blood clots, or tumors, or to allow healing after surgery. Featuring curled ends to stay in place and sometimes a string for removal, though it can cause side effects like frequent urination, urgency, and discomfort. Hi, everybody that's in chat. Thank you for being here. So, why it's used? Kidney stones, most common reason, prevents fragments or swelling from blocking drainage, blockages from strictures, narrowing, tumors or scar tissue, surgery to help the ureter heal after procedures like kidney stone removal, which is also called lithotripsy or repair. Inflammation damage allows kidney drainage while the ureter heals. I was on the phone probably with my sister less than 5 minutes. She told me what she had done, that her cancer's back. It's metastasized itself to a different organ, like the liver now, which apparently is pretty serious. And she sounded very weak, very tired, and told me immediately, I can't really stay on the phone and talk. And I said, I totally understand. So when she's feeling better and even out of the hospital and home, she said she'd give me a call. It says what to expect from this: more frequent urgent need to urinate, feeling of incomplete bladder emptying, discomfort slash pain, dull pain in the side groin, burning during urination or spasms. You can have blood in the urine, pink, reddish, or brownish urine, especially after an activity. And the string may hang from the urethra. Do not pull it. Wow. Yeah, her husband was there and he said it was done with a scope. It says placement done with a cytoscope, a camera tube inserted through the urethra into the bladder, then threaded into the ureter. Removal can be days to months, often removed with another cystoscopy or by pulling the string if present. So, I've always known there were stents in the heart, but literally until this year, I didn't know you could have stents in your bladder. Um, so how serious is having a kidney stent put in? It says serious risks associated with nephrostomy or ureteric stent insertion are rare. The procedure will be done under local anesthetic. It usually only causes mild discomfort, but can occasionally be more painful. If you're in pain, strong painkillers can be given directly into a vein to control the pain. What is the recovery time? It is quick, with most people feeling better in 1 to 3 days, returning to normal activities within a week, but avoiding heavy lifting for 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. You don't want to lift over 10 pounds. Limit driving for the first couple of weeks. All right. Oh my goodness. What is the alternative to kidney stent? When it is not possible to insert a ureteral stent, a nephrostomy is performed. During this procedure, a tube is placed through the skin on the patient's back into the kidney. The tube is connected to an external drainage bag or from the kidney to the bladder for internal drainage. Hmm. So, I mean, for her to be completely jaundiced, I wanted to ask her in a nice way. I mean, what was she? Really sick for a while and just didn't get to the ER? She kept mentioning the ER, and then she said I had to come back to the ER. So I think she went to the ER, went home, and had to go back. And that's a good 30 miles from her, um, at the hospital, because she's in such a small town. All right, so I'm just gonna end this. I just wanted to touch base. I don't know, when I'm gonna feel like, dancing again and being all happy go lucky on here. I always knew, in my gut that her cancer could come back because it happens to many. Um, you know, um, you can be in remission and then, yeah. So last year was a really hard year for me with my mom having to put herself on hospice and me having that stupid influenza B. I couldn't even go see her, and her husband didn't allow me to while I was sick. He's the one that said I had to go find out if I had COVID or what on earth, which, I would have done anyway. So, and I knew my sister had cancer during that time. So 2025 was easily the worst year of my life. I'd say the second one was probably when my son was having psychosis, like really bad, and ran away and was missing for almost 2 days. Like, that was awful. And not missing in my town. He was missing almost near the border of Canada in Blaine. Um, Other than that, yeah. So I'm just doing what's in front of me, taking care of the animals, taking care of my family, um, picking up a cake tomorrow because my son's birthday is on the 29th. And my neighbors are giving me a ride the day before tomorrow. And then the day after his birthday, I'm having my echocardiogram to see if my heart is completely the muscle in it from my stress induced heart attack this past April, to see if it's completely healed. And I really hope it is. I think I'll be able to get to sleep better at night. My sleep schedule, not my schedule, my sleep, I just can't get to sleep soon like I used to be able to. It's been like that for months, and that's not good. So, thanks everyone for being here for these 26 minutes. Thank you for my old subs, my new subs, and I, yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna. I mean, I might do a live tomorrow, to touch base, but um, because I don't feel very good. My eyes are itchy, my nose is stuffed up. It might just be an avatar for a couple of days, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's been almost a half hour. Hit the like if you're willing to, and sub up to me if you can. And prayers to for my sister Ashley, and of course Ms. Ann. I haven't stopped thinking about her. She's pretty much going through kind of the same thing my sister is. Thanks, Mary Jane. Thanks for always being here. Uh, except apparently she's put herself on hospice, and my sister mentioned that. She said I'm not on hospice yet, but it's something she's considering. And it's actually sounds like something my sister is definitely going to do if she's too nauseous from chemo. Because apparently the little cancer pill didn't work. I mean, it was, but the cancer is back and it's worse. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Cat Swan and everybody. Thanks so much. I'm going to go now. There's kind of some depressing stories. I might cover them though, of things that happen to people right before Christmas, on Christmas Day, and the day after. But they come into my email and they're sad. They're interesting, but they're sad, you know? So I don't know. Maybe I'll cover one tomorrow. All right. Bye for now, everyone. Stay safe. Love you.